So in this video I would like to show you how to create a delete endpoint and remove data from our database. So let's start by navigating to app user controller and creating a new function, fun delete user. What we'll need here will be to put delete mapping annotation to instruct Spring Boot that the delete request should be navigated to this handler /users, and similarly we'll try to bind the identifier through the path segment. So the annotation path variable ID, and this will be of long type. Now I would like this endpoint to return no data. So first of all, I'll annotate it with monovoid. Secondly, app user service delete user, and I'll send identifier to it. Before we switch to the app user service, let's annotate this endpoint with response status. We've already seen this annotation when working with our exceptions right here. Similarly, we can use it to annotate our endpoint that it should return the appropriate response status. So let's return no content. Again, this value, this status code will be returned in case of success along with the empty response body. The next step we'll have to do is Alt plus Enter, create member function. We already know that from the previous videos. And right here, let's specify somebody. So equals, I would like to reuse the find by ID method function so that it will handle the case that the user is not found. If we found user successfully, I would like to flat map it. Found user. We can reuse that or not. It's up to us. Repository delete by ID. Again, we can either use delete by ID and provide the identifier, or we can use the delete method, and this time we can use found user. Both have their advantages and disadvantages, but let's not get to the details here. Delete user, everything seems to be working as expected. So let's hit Shift plus F10, Enter, stop and rerun, and in the meantime navigate to Postman application. Let's firstly figure out what user do we have in our database, ID1, ID2. Now I'll create get, we'll switch to delete, localhost, API/users and /free. Let's start with the identifier which is not presented in our database. Let's hit send. User with ID 3 was not found, which is correct. When we go with 2, let's hit send. We can see that we've received 204 no content and the response body is empty, which is the desired state we've implemented. To verify that the user was deleted, let's hit get, and we can see that this endpoint is working correctly. And that would be all for this video on how to expose a delete endpoint in Spring Boot. And in the next one, I will show you how to containerize our application with Docker.